2025, and the call of the big land is back. 5,000 kilometers, a journey of a lifetime, on one of the world's loneliest roads. 5 motorcycles with a common goal: complete the holy grail of motorcycle adventures spanning 5 Canadian provinces. To conquer the Freedom Highway.
Okay, so we're just getting ready to get going here from Lab City, and I think we're playing it by ear, but the goal today is to get down to Relais-Gabriel. We're sort of running ahead of some rain that's coming, and we've got about 160-ish kilometers of dirt roads to do today, so we're hoping to get those out of the way before the rain comes. And it looks like we should. We're leaving here fairly early this morning, so we should be okay to get going early and get ahead of that. Now, we may run into a little bit of a few showers this evening, but that's okay. Even if you run into some rain, that's okay. But as far away from home as we are, we'd rather, the consensus is, let's get that dirt done. So it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're just about ready to get going. I'll check in here in a little bit. Some of the guys are over here just grabbing a quick bite over at McDonald's, and we'll see in a bit.
Day 10's goal is to get from Labrador City to Relais-Gabriel for a fuel stop, and then from there to Manic Cinq, then down to Pointe-Lebel. Now, the original goal was to spend some time in Relais-Gabriel and check out the Manic crater, finish off the second section of dirt, and head to Manic Cinq and stay there for the night. Then the next day, take our time on our way down to Baie-Comeau and visit Manic 2 and Manic 3 dams. But as the day progressed, the plan shifted due to unforeseen weather.
Come on. 2, 3, 4. Happy trails to you. Until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring back sunny weather. Happy trails to you until we meet again.
You know, it's hard to believe that we have completed 2 of the 3 phases of this trip. 1 was Newfoundland, 2 was Labrador, and now part 3 of the adventure is just beginning.
Welcome to Quebec.
Route 389. It is maintained by the province of Quebec, and it runs from Baie-Comeau to the Newfoundland border. It connects with the Trans Labrador Highway, and it is the only road that connects Labrador to the rest of North America. Now, the 389 consists of about 562 kilometers. There are 2 dirt sections on it. The first one starts at Mont Wright, which is just outside of the mining town of Fremont. That dirt section travels about 70 kilometers down to Fire Lake. At Mont Wright, we prepare for our first section of dirt. Tim, as I mentioned earlier, had some concerns about grip on the dirt with the state of his rear tire. So He's going to air down a little bit, and that should help provide some extra grip. Now remember, yesterday it had rained hard. This morning as I was packing up, I ran into a gentleman and his wife who were riding 2-up on a Harley-Davidson Pan American, and he rode this section yesterday. We were chatting for quite a bit, and at the end we wished each other luck, and as we were parting ways, he asked me, "Where are you guys heading to today?" And I told him, down the 389, at least as far as Manic 5. He looked at me and said, "You guys be careful now. The trail that this section is notoriously known as can be treacherous." And he said yesterday when he was on it, he felt it was downright dangerous. I kind of kept that story to myself because I didn't want to freak anybody out. But we did agree to keep the speed down until we got the feel of what the dirt was like. And then, if conditions allowed, we could pick up the pace. This is a grader berm. It's left by the graders. You have to be very careful if you need to cross them. They are soft and deep in some areas. Lethal if you cross them wrong.
This is so cool. It's so flat. And another train. Oh, those are so cool. Oh, that's cool though.
Now, every rider has his own comfort levels, but for me, the trail, like nothing I have ever experienced in my life. We were very lucky today. There were no graders out and we saw none past Mont Wright. We were here when conditions I feel could not have been better.
See the size of the tires that they call? Holy schnappens.
We're back on that phone.
The trail for me, it had all the makings of one of the best rides of my life. It was a blast.
Okay, so I've got a route here to the Gagnon ghost town. I'll put that in. 51 kilometers.
About halfway to Gagnon, one of the guys reported that he was hearing a noise from the front of his bike. So we thought, better safe than sorry. Let's pull in here at one of these SOS stations and check it out and see if we can find anything obviously wrong.
That's where you'll feel it, a clunk or a thud in the hands.
A little bit right there just before it stops.
It's either the head bearing or the wheel bearing. It'll get you home.
Sometimes too, when you're a long ways from home, your mind can play tricks on you. Not really seeing anything serious or obvious, we're just going to keep going. Earlier I mentioned circumstance and weather was going to change our plans. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but off to our right and behind us, there's a black cloud forming. And as long as we keep heading south, we're managing to keep it behind us to the north. So this is the ghost town of Gagnon. It was founded by the Quebec Cartier Company for the purposes of mining iron ore at Janine Lake. However, by October 1984, the residents were informed that the mine was closing. The town's existence relied heavily on the mine. Therefore, when the mine closed, the town itself closed. And by the end of 1986, all the buildings and all the streets were dismantled. The town's main street, the cemetery, and the airport are all that remains here. Main Street became part of Route 389 2 years later, and that's what we rode in on.
This was a good-sized town at one time. 4,000 people.
Now, I've been to Quebec a couple of times in my life, and I've always noticed every time I'm in Quebec, there's always a lot of road construction. Forest fires ripped through here a few years ago.
Sure cleaned up a lot of trees. $35 clicks to Relais-Gabriel, the fuel station.
Now, I'm not sure if you've been noticing, but every time we stop, the clouds catch up to us. I'm not worried about rain. It's the thunder and the lightning and the high winds and the ice pellets that are forecast to come along with this guy that I'm not liking.
You want to chance it? Or should we get some gas here?
Okay, so it's decision time. We've got a storm bearing down on us, and we're here at Relais-Gabriel. The road into the Manic Cinq crater is here. This was created by a 5-kilometer diameter asteroid. About 20 kilometers outside of Relais-Gabriel, we're going to hit dirt and gravel. About 90 kilometers to here at Manic 5. If it had been asphalt and predictable, I probably would have taken the risk. However, about 90 kilometers of unknown terrain, I really don't, and I don't think anybody else really wanted to get caught in the middle of that area in a downpour. So with the possibility of a mechanical problem and the weather, we decided to push on.
I gotta soften up here. But whoever graded it did a good job of not, it's not a big bad berm. I've seen some pictures of guys on this, and the berm's like a foot deep. You need yourself a grease nipple on there, boy.
There's these gravel pits all along the road, and my camera mount had come loose. So I took the opportunity to get it tightened up, and these guys took the opportunity to play in the gravel pit.
How you feeling, Tim? Good. I wouldn't say this is the better section. It's pretty comparable to the first one.
Manic 5, you have got to see this thing. It is the world's largest dam, featuring multiple vaults and buttresses. It is 1,314 meters long, 215 meters high, and weighs 5.5 million tons.
Man, the size of that thing, eh?
I know.
Get a group photo.
That's what I was thinking.
So if we stay here the night at Manic 5, this is where we can book our cabin. There's also a restaurant here. So we're going to take a break, get something to eat, and then have a look at the weather, and we'll decide from there what we're going to do. If that storm is still bearing down on us, we may keep moving.
So we have a slight change of plans. The original plan, we were going to hold up in Manic 5 for the night and push on the next day. But see that up around here? We're talking heavy thunder and lightning with possibility of hail and heavy lightning. But it's only calling for that kind of weather at Manic 5. Within 2 hours, we can be in Baie-Comeau. That's the plan. Ay, caramba, the size of it.
So as we go here, you're probably noticing the horizon. It's clearing the further south we go.
Oh, cool.
Now this section of the 389, it's a lot of fun to drive. It's twisty, windy, scenic. It's beautiful. The only thing about it is the speed limit is 95 kilometers an hour. And if you're not doing 95 to 100, the cars and trucks will zing by you like you're standing still.
Oh, cool. There's Manic 2.
It is 94 meters tall, 692 meters high, and generates 1,145 megawatts.
'Cause you're lost in time.
At Manic 2, one of our group, Tim, is turning west for Ontario with about 1 millimeter left of tread on his tire. Thanks for coming along, Tim. It's good to have seen you again.
We ain't sure how it goes. We're not sure how it flows.
All right. So we're about 19 clicks out from Baie-Comeau. We're all kind of tired. But we're going to get down tonight, and it looks like we outpaced the rain. So that's good.
Well, sir, what a day. You know, even though I'm tired right now, I'm still wide awake with all the recollection of the things that we saw today. Big day. We ran from a storm, rode some of the most remote dirt roads anywhere, saw the world's largest hydro dams. I think we all set world records putting our tents up that night, and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep eating my beef ravioli. What a day.
'Cause you're lost in time.